Welcome to Ty and Rye, the Finance Guys Market Mini Report, a short podcast that updates you on the past week's important topics and trends. Remember, this is not an offer to sell, and past performance does not guarantee future returns. Here are Ty Hansen and Ryan Robertson.
Hello, welcome to another Market Mini for the week ending July 25th. Yeah, it's been a pretty decent week for the most part. I know that Monday was a little bit crazy in the markets, and for most people, if you were checking your portfolios Monday, you felt like the inflation bubble was here and it was popping, and it was time for the head to the hill. So after Monday, though, however, everything ended up pretty strong. So for the most part across the week, most of the major markets were really positive. Market itself was up just about 2.5%. The big leader this last week was NASDAQ, so tech really coming back with a strong push. So not a ton of data on the economic front. We did see that there were more housing starts and some additional unemployment data, again showing that the unemployment rate was up a little bit. Again, keep in mind we're seeing this trend where unemployment numbers are climbing, but there's more job creation. So there's still kind of this gap between people wanting to return to work. So anyways, kind of an interesting little phenomenon going on there. But yeah, good week for the most part across the board. Cryptos actually did really, really well this last week as well. It's interesting. So again, we're still seeing some of these pieces of information where, in the back of everybody's minds, there's still this concern about inflation. Can our economy sustain, where we've got to move forward with interest rates, and is inflation going to get away from us, right? That's kind of the $1 million question for everybody. But yeah, I mean, earnings reports are starting to come out looking really, really good. And that's why I say, for the most part, this last week, it's nothing but strong signals right across the board. So next week's going to be really interesting as well. We're going to start to see some quarterly data from some of the bigger players. We're going to see some Facebook and Amazon, the big hitters. So it'll be interesting to see what their numbers come out like. So yeah, good week in the market. Again, we're still kind of staying that course, even though there is this concern of inflation. And a lot of people we're hearing a lot of rumblings as far as a market correction on the horizon. But still, we've got the economic data to back up what we're seeing in the markets. So anyways, yeah, stay tuned. It should be a pretty decent week next week. Yeah, we'll kind of dive into some of the earnings reports this next week as we start to see those unfold. So yeah, you made money last week, and it looks like this next week should be pretty similar. So thanks for listening. Again, Ty and Rye, the Finance Guys. The website is tyandrye.com. Appreciate the listen, and glad to be able to bring you this information every week. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for listening to Ty and Rye, the Finance Guys. This is our weekly Market Mini Report. New episodes of this will be put out every Monday, so make sure you don't miss those. Also, the longer podcasts, more in-depth discussions, those will drop every Saturday. So subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, or follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Ty and Rye Podcast. That way you don't miss any new episodes. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you have a great week.